Hello, welcome to the next in the series of review clips designed to assist you in preparing for your Biology 201 public examination. In this clip, we'll be examining various different means of reproductive technologies. Reproductive technologies, by definition, are mechanisms used to either enhance reproductive potential, fertility, or the exact opposite, to reduce reproductive potential. We have to understand there is a difference between the terms infertility and sterility. Infertility is used to define couples that are not having the ability to have more children than they wished. Couples are considered to be infertile if they have been unsuccessful for 1 year in becoming pregnant. Sterility, on the other hand, is a term used to describe couples that are unable to have any children. There are a number of different causes of human infertility, sterility. These include blocked oviducts. With a blocked oviduct, the oviduct in the female becomes blocked, typically as a result of an STI. Thus, fertilization of the egg is prevented because the egg cannot be passed through. There's failure to ovulate. Typically, this is caused by hormonal imbalances, FSH, LH, estrogen, etc. Endometriosis can lead to issues with the ability to conceive. As a result of endometriosis, there will be non-implantation of fertilized egg. The egg simply won't implant. In terms of males, obstruction of the vas deferens or the epididymis may cause issue. These can be caused by STIs, varicose veins, etc. With these obstructions of the vas, this causes sperm to not be released from the male and into the female. Of course, in the absence of sperm, no fertilization can result. A low sperm count can lead to infertility or even sterility. This can be caused by numerous factors, including overheated testicles, smoking, alcohol can lead to this, and sometimes the sperm are malformed. This can again be caused by STIs, overheated testicles, or various toxins. There are technological solutions to address this issue. These include artificial insemination, where the sperm is manually placed in the vagina by a physician. There is in vitro fertilization. Here, fertilization of the egg occurs outside the body. The fertilized egg is then implanted in the uterus. There's in vitro maturation. Here, follicles are removed from a woman and caused to mature externally. Several oocytes are then used for in vitro fertilization. Superovulation is another means by which infertility can be addressed. This involves the use of fertility drugs. This causes several follicles within the ovaries to mature. Several eggs are then released with hopes of fertilization. Surrogate motherhood is another technology approach that can be used. Here, a fertilized egg is placed in the uterus of another woman, a donor, or sperm from male is used to fertilize the egg of another female. And there's also embryo storage, cryopreservation. Here, fertilized eggs are preserved through freezing, where they can be used at a later date. Technologies are also used to not only enhance the ability to conceive, but also to prevent it. These technologies are aimed at controlling reproduction and birth, and they can be classified on the basis of how exactly they do that. Initially, let's look at the barrier methods. These are technologies aimed at keeping conception from happening by blocking the egg and sperm from coming in contact with each other. These include the use of condoms, which provide a physical barrier, the diaphragm, which blocks the cervix, again preventing egg and sperm, spermicidal jellies and foams, they kill sperm cells, and the use of an IUD or intrauterine device. This would actually block implantation in the uterus. Hormonal methods are also utilized. They include the birth control pill. These pills contain progesterone, estrogen hormones that through the negative feedback loop block egg release. Norplant. They slowly release hormones or implant under the skin. Again, they also block the release of the egg. Depo-Provera is an injection of hormones given every few months. Again, they also block the release of the egg. And there is the morning after pill. This pill is taken after intercourse. If an egg is fertilized, it is kept from implanting in the uterus. And there are also surgical methods. These use surgery to help prevent conception. They include tubal ligation, where the open ducts, fallopian tubes, are cut and tied, and the vasectomy. The vasectomy involves the cutting of the vas deferens in the male. These are cut and tied as well. Other methods include abstinence, which in all honesty is the only 100% true method, 100% fail-safe method of preventing pregnancy. And there's also the rhythm method, which uses timing and temperature to determine when the woman is ovulating and intercourse abstained from during this time. The rhythm method is problematic in that it relies on exactly mapping out exactly when the female is ovulating. This can be very inexact. In past public examinations, questions have been posed on this topic. The first, what is the most likely cause of male infertility? High sperm count would obviously not contribute to infertility. High sperm motility would certainly not either. A urinary tract infection? It's unlikely. The correct answer for this one is indeed C, obstruction in the vas deferens. This question reads, a male receives radiation therapy and becomes sterile. The male is sterile. If he later marries a fertile woman and they conceive a child, what type of technology did they most likely use? Because the male is sterile, he is unable to produce sperm cells. Therefore, there must be donor sperm. The answer then would fall to A, artificial insemination and possibly surrogate motherhood. Or B would also be acceptable. In this exam, both of these were accepted as correct answers. Cryopreservation would certainly be the one of choice, but A was accepted that year. This question reads, a woman has blocked oviducts but produces healthy eggs, which would allow her to conceive a child. Again, her eggs are healthy. Artificial insemination is necessary and needed here. Her eggs are fine. There's no reference to her partner. Contraception involves preventing pregnancy. In vitro fertilization and cryopreservation. If her eggs are healthy, in vitro fertilization would certainly be a method of choice. The correct answer then is indeed D, in vitro fertilization. A constructive response question drawn from this topic reads as follows. A couple have been trying to have a baby for over a year. Tests have shown that the male sperm are healthy and numerous. What are the two possible causes of the couple's inability to conceive? Part 2, what is one way to correct this problem without using reproductive technologies? And Part 3, what are 2 ways to correct the problem using reproductive technologies? The accepted answer for this question is as follows. For Part 1, the problem must be either ovulation did not occur, scar tissue in the oviducts would lead to this, endometriosis, damaged eggs, potentially a very acidic vagina, or possibly the blocking of the vas deferens. While the male is producing healthy sperm cells, they may be blocked by passing through the vas. Either of those two would be acceptable. Part 2 in the question asks you one way to correct this problem without using reproductive technologies. The answers include any one of these: monitoring ovulation to select the best time for conception, change in lifestyle such as dieting or strenuous exercise, hormonal supplements, surgery, removing environmental factors that can damage the eggs, or even possibly adoption. Any one of these would have been acceptable for 1 mark. And Part 3 asks you to use reproductive technologies. Any two of the following: superovulation, in vitro fertilization, in vitro maturation, surrogate motherhood, or even artificial insemination. Any two of those would have been acceptable for 2 marks. Thank you for your attention. I hope that you found this learning clip helpful in your review for your public examination.